Hi everybody, and welcome to Make It Monday. Today we are going to decorate the rocks that we gathered over the weekend, and we are going to make Canada Day kindness rocks. So our first step is going to be painting the rocks. And Canada Day, what colors but red and white. So we're going to begin by decorating our rocks. I figured that it might be a good idea to look at maybe some different ways of applying paint to surfaces because we all can't do the same things. Let's start with this smaller rock and how to put white on it. We could do that a number of different ways with brushes and such, but I think I'm going to show you a way with a plastic bag that would be easy for a number of people to do. So I'm going to begin by opening the plastic bag. I'm going to take some of my white acrylic paint. We'll open that up, brand new tube. I'm going to put a little bit of white inside the bag. I'm going to take a picture with a little bit of water, and I'm just going to put just a very little bit, just a couple of drops of water just to loosen the paint. And then I'm going to take and I'm going to put my rock in there. Squeeze the air out. Ziploc the rock into the bag. And I'm going to simply move the rock around inside the bag and coat it in the paint. I'm going to take that out. We're going to set it aside. Don't want to add too much water when you're doing that, and you want to let that next coat dry completely. So putting the paint in the bag like that would allow somebody who isn't able to hold a brush or move a brush, somebody who would use their hand to push it back and forth and maneuver it through there. When we're creating, we're always trying to find ways that everybody can take part and enjoy what we're doing. So I have another white rock here, and I'm going to take and put some white on there just to make it a little bit darker. When I'm putting color all over, I'm going to use a wider brush, and I'm going to load a little bit of paint on the tip of my brush, and I'm going to apply it all over the rock, and then we're going to let that dry. This is a little bit of drying in between the coats in this project. This is my other rock. I'm going to put some paint on there as well. You don't have to do all sides of the rock. You can simply do the face side as well. I don't know if anybody has heard of kindness rocks. So this kind of started about 2 years ago is when it became really, really popular. The idea behind a kindness rock is that you were taking a rock, decorating it, and then going out and placing it someplace in your community where somebody would find it and it would make their day. A lot of times there were words of encouragement or perhaps just an image that would make somebody smile. So being it's Canada Day, what better time to take our rocks and decorate them in different Canada Day images and put them out in our community, hide them, so somebody else can find them and it can make them smile. So we need to let our first coat dry. I'm going to help mine along a little bit by taking out my blow dryer and blow drying the paint on the rock so that it will dry. I'm going to pause the video, and once this is dry, we'll come back and we'll move on to our next step. See you in a few minutes. Okay, so I used the blow dryer on the white paint on the rocks, and that really helped dry things up really quickly. That's a really good tip if you're doing a project and you want to speed things along. I wouldn't recommend it always, but if you want something a little bit quicker, the blow dryer is a really, really good idea. Okay, so we've got still a little bit of white. Gonna mix up, shake the bottle so that the red, this one is called Holiday Red. And again, another acrylic, so just gonna put a little bit of red down there. We're gonna decorate the rocks in a Canada Day theme. So of course, when we're thinking Canada Day, one of the first things that we think of is Canada flag. So let's maybe see if we can do on this kind of square type rock, sort of a Canada flag. I'm gonna take my larger flat edge brush, slightly dampen it, so dip it into the water, and then just kind of work some of the water out. Make sure it's not too wet. Kind of squeeze the extra water out, make sure the edge is nice and flat. And we're just going to pick up red on one side of the brush, and I'm going to look at that, and I am going to paint a straight line, or as straight as I can get it. I'll load up some more red paint on my brush, just on the one side. Try and keep on the other side as, and then I'm going to go back and try and create another red stripe. So I actually made the red stripes really, really close together, so it's going to be hard to make a maple leaf in the center. So if I want to fix that up, I can always go back in with a little more white and apply that over the red and just widen that area up so that I can more easily put on some more decorations. Okay, I'm going to set that one aside to dry as we're working on the other ones. So we don't always have to do a flag. How about we take this one and let's just make a pattern on it that is in the red and white. So I am going to take the opposite end of a paintbrush and I'm going to dip that into my red paint upside down. And I am just going to make red polka dots on this one. Again, it's just in the red and white theme. And we'll put the polka dots on here. And then maybe we could put something like a word on there afterwards, a positive message, red and white polka dots. And then we've got our larger rock. What about if that one, if we just put a message, positive message on there, with, ooh, let's take a Sharpie and I'm gonna go right up on the top here and I'm gonna make a red heart. Now you guys can decorate your rocks however you want. Now I'm gonna take that fine tip and I'm just going to fill that heart in with red paint. And that's another really good tip for when you're painting and you want really sharp, crisp lines. You can take and draw it out first and then fill it in. You can also go around it afterwards. Okay, so we got a red heart. And then let's take our black Sharpie. And let's put a message. How about welcome to Canada? Or Canada loves you? I'm going to try welcome. To Canada. And I'm going to hide that outside somewhere, and hopefully somebody that's new to our country is going to find that. Let's go back to our red and white that we are working on for our Canada flag. I'm going to go back and I'm just going to add a little more white on there. Then I'm going to go in and I'm going to try and make, you know what, I'm just going to put a heart in the center. I don't feel like I am going to be able to make a nice maple leaf today. If you want to put a maple leaf on yours, you just go onto the website and find a picture of a Canada maple leaf, not the website, on the internet, and find a picture of a maple leaf, and then you can draw it in. You can freehand it. It doesn't have to be perfect. The idea of this is to make something nice and make somebody smile. When this one dries a little bit more, I'm just going to add a little more white paint into those areas where the red is coming through. And this one has just got some polka dots. Let's just put a message on there that says something simple like, how about just smile? I thought of that because polka dots make me happy, and that's smile. Simple, easy project. So many different ways you could do this. You don't have to follow a pattern. You can just do abstract colors and designs on them. Using white and red makes it Canada Day. And we are going to take these rocks and we are going to go hide them out in the community. And hopefully somebody that needs a smile is going to find one of our kindness rocks hidden out and about. After I take and go and put these out and hide them, I'm going to take a picture and just show you where I've put them. And I'll put that in the comments section back on our Facebook page. I hope you all have a great time creating your Canada Day kindness rocks. And I hope you have fun hiding them in the community and thinking about who is going to be able to find them and who's going to have a smile on their face when they find them. Or you can keep them and put them on your step and celebrate Canada Day. Wednesday is Canada Day. Happy Canada Day, everybody. Have a great week, and I will see you again on Find It Friday.